Welcome, Scorpio. This is Scorpio Stellium here. Going to take a look at your predictions for the week of December 13th. We're almost over this freaking year. Is everybody excited? I know I am. At the end of this reading, we are going to do a pick a card for what message you need to hear specifically, so do watch that. Remember, you don't always resonate with your sun sign. You're more than just your sun sign. So if you do not resonate with this, you can do your moon or your rising. That's what I would take a look at. All right. You're trying to get out of your head about something. We've been seeing this for a while, actually. This person from your past that you are still working on the healing from. You're still trying to move past this scenario. So we have the reverse 8 of Swords, the reverse Page of Cups, the reverse 5 of Cups. What all of this is telling me here is it's like you were stuck for a long time. You were ruminating over this. You were stuck on this. It was, obsessiveness. And Scorpio definitely has the tendency to obsess. And that was the case here. And it just made you feel like you're never, ever going to get past it. Now it's at the point that you're recovering from it. And you're like, you know what? If you're not going to give me what I want, if you're not going to love me back, if you're not going to reciprocate this, then, screw you too. I'm done. I don't want to keep playing this game. And that's the thing that you're putting out there. You're putting out, and even telling yourself, I'm done with this. I don't care anymore. Screw it. It's over. Right. But what's funny about that, right, is that it's over to a degree. You have healed from it pretty much. It doesn't hurt like it used to hurt, right? But there's still this thing that it's like there's still a place in you for this person. And the next line is what tells me about that. So the reverse Knight of Swords, reverse Star, and a 6 of Cups. What's actually shifted here, even though you've kind of lost the hope that ever it's going to be what you wanted it to be, it's ever going to get back on right footing, you've lost that hope. You're not in conversation with them. You're like, I have nothing to say to you anymore. You are still like reflecting on the happy times, right? You're looking back on the history between the two of you with the 6 of Cups. You're looking at that and you're going, okay, here's the lessons I learned. Here are the memories that we shared. Here's the sweet pieces, right? And you are not obsessing over the loss, but you are actually moving into the acceptance stage. However, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you've, I think, accepted that this is always going to be a part of you. This person is always going to be like a major player in your life. They were that significant. Sometimes you read a book and there's a character that's introduced really early that does not continue throughout the book, but they change the trajectory of the main character's life. And that's what this person is to you. This last line here is the 8 of Cups, reverse Knight of Pentacles, and 3 of Swords. So look, we know that this hurts. You cannot deny that there's still pain here in some way. And I think that you may even be suppressing it. You may be like going, okay, this is not an active part of my life. You're rejecting the pain, right? Because you're like, this has gone on long enough. I walked away from this. This was not good for me. This was not healthy for me. However, we still in this reading with the 3 of Swords. We're not over it, okay? You have not just completely released that. And, there are some wounds in life that don't really go away. We always have a fragile scar that could reopen at any time. And that sucks. As a Scorpio myself, I understand that sucks because Scorpio, when they want to like close a door on something, it's usually like, I'm done. And I tell people this all the time. When you encounter Scorpio energy is like, I'm all in or I'm out. I'm so out. I'm so done. I'm not even going to screw with it. That's why the misconception of Scorpio being vengeful is somewhat inaccurate and misplaced. I won't delve into like my Scorpio analysis, but that's the kind of person Scorpio is. And so to have this lingering thing is weird, right? It's weird for you. So let's go ahead and clarify some more information about what's going on here. In my extended reading, I'll talk about how this person's feeling about you in the situation. So if you want to check out the extended, that's linked in the description below. So clarifying right up top, 2 of Cups. What what else can I say? I mean, I feel like I'm done with the reading. I'm not, but I feel like I'm done with the reading. It's like this person you truly believed was it for you, you know, or you believe is a soulmate, or, you know, there's some super significant thing. There's some energetic connection. I believe it was my end of October reading that we saw this person coming up on your mind more heavily in the same kind of energy. King of Swords next to Two of Cups. So despite the fact that you believe this, you know, this is like there was so much love there. There was so much connection there. There was this like magical thing that happened between the two of you. King of Swords is like, but logic tells me, fuck that, I'm done. You know, it's like, I'm going to be logical and I'm going to pretend that this doesn't hurt, and I'm just going to give this whole thing the cold shoulder. I'm writing it off. I'm done with it. That's what you keep wanting to say. I'm done. And I think that you even have said that to people. They ask you, you're like, oh yeah, I'm done with that. Are you really? Are you totally? In a way you are. There's Temperance here. So in clarifying the reverse Page of Cups, I think that there is, I'm going to be real with you. I think there's a part of you that believes, you know, maybe 10 years, 20 years down the road, this person is going to pick up the phone and they're going to call me and they're going to say, I'm sorry, I miss you. And that's still there. And then Judgment next to Temperance. So Temperance being the waiting, the patience, Judgment being the rebirth. You're like, and then it'll be okay. Then we'll get back on track. That's the desire here. It's like, okay, I've decided, I understand it's not going to be right now, but like maybe one day. Five of Cups reversed. Okay, reversed Magician. So you know that you have no control over this. And that's the whole reason you decided to heal from it. You wouldn't have chosen to do that. If there were any other option, you would have gone with the other option. This was like backed into a corner. Okay, I have no choice but to say goodbye, and then I have no choice but to heal and let it go. And I, you know, there wasn't any control of it for you. Okay, the Princess of Cups is clarifying the reverse Knight of Swords. How often do you sit there and go, maybe I should just text them? Maybe just once. Maybe I'll just be like, hey, what's up? You know, and see what they say. Or maybe I'll be like, I heard our song the other day. You know, like just some random thing. Like, I think you deliberate this, like, should I like reach out? No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't reach out. I know I shouldn't. So this is the struggle that you have. And I think you defeat it usually, but it's still a struggle there. Let's clarify the reverse Star. Okay, Two of Swords. Okay, so reverse Star is talking about the loss of hope for the future, the loss that this is going to be healed. And then the Two of Swords is a stalemate, okay? So remember, I said this. I said, you've decided that you're going to heal and you're going to move on, but deep, deep, deep down inside, there's still this hope, right? So you're still, it's at a stalemate for you. There's nothing else you can do with it. So you've kind of boxed it up and you're like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see what happens. It's not really, it hasn't been your decision, okay? And Scorpio doesn't like that. Scorpio likes to make the decisions. Let's look at Six of Cups. This is here, you reminiscing on the past. Reverse Four of Cups, the Wheel, the reverse Nine of Wands. Okay, when you look back at the past and you think about this person, just in general, when you think about this person, this is saying that sometimes when you think about them, you want to be with them. You miss them, you want to talk to them, you want them in your life. You're like, even if I can just have one conversation once in a while, I want them somewhat in my life. They were such a great person. And then sometimes you're like, I hate you. Like, I hate you. Why did you do this to me? Like, if I could talk to you, I would just tell you how much I hate you. You know, so it's like this back and forth when you think about it. Okay, Eight of Cups. So now we're talking here about how you had to walk away. You had to let it go. It was not what you wanted to do, but you knew it was for the best. Okay? We have the Four of Wands because you had other things going on in your life too. That's what you don't like to look at. You like to look at it like, okay, this other person did this thing to me. But you had your own deal going on, right? And there are other things in your life that were important to you. So let's be honest about it here, because the Four of Cups is talking about your home, your family, your hearth, your, all of this stuff. So you had other things too. That was part of the equation of the parting. The other thing is, with clarifying it, Four of Wands is also a reconciliation card. So this is telling me that you want that reconciliation at some point. You walked away with the belief that it was still going to be on the table for you in the future. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify the Three of Swords. Not that that really needs a lot of clarification, but okay, so Ten of Swords, obviously. You felt betrayed by them. That's where the heartbreak comes from. You felt so betrayed by them because you thought, you said you're going to be here for me, and now you're not here for me. So that's the story at the end. As I said, if you want to get into what that person is going through right now, what their thought process, because we just delved totally into yours. If you want to see that, it's in the extended in the description box. But let's go ahead and do your pick a card for what message you need to hear this week. Okay, I have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So card 1, what you need to know right now is the Ten of Swords. You need to remember when you have those moments of weakness that this person did you really wrong. Like, I'm not saying like just go around being pissed off, but you have to remember that, because you're going to have these moments of weakness where you're like, oh, but maybe, keep that in mind. Keep in mind what they did. Okay, card number 2, the Seven of Cups. All right, you have a lot of choices right now in your life. You have a lot of options that are about to open up in front of you. You need to make sure that you are making the right choice, okay? Because all of these shiny, glittery things, you might get like, oh, I just want them all. And that's not going to be a good idea. So be very careful with how you proceed with the choices that are going to open up in front of you. Card number 3, 8 of Pentacles. You are having a period of abundance of work, okay? That can be a good thing or a bad thing. But I feel like here's a good thing. You're going to be working very hard, and this is a period where you are going to be recognized for how hard you work. People are going to look at your work and go, ah, yeah, they know what they're doing. And this is going to help push you more towards that 10 of Pentacles moment, which comes on later down the line, because this is the 8. The 10 of Pentacles is the wealth and the abundance. So you need to keep riding that wave and putting your all into it. Don't slack up now. You're close, right? All right. Thanks for watching, Scorpio. I'll see you again next week.